We're on.
We're on.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody.
We are live.
And he's Ryan. Here, let's get him in.
Hey.
There we are.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey. How you going, Andrew? Hey, Scott.
Hey, good.
Hey, mate. Can you hear
How's
us all
everyone going?
right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
We got you.
What's your choice of drink there, Ryan? Is that just water?
Just H2O today.
Well,
I gotta be-
unless
I gotta
it's
be
black,
focused.
you can't be in.
Yeah, it's flat vodka.
I think that's black T-shirts, because I think we've all got black
Yeah.
T-shirts on, don't we?
Yeah,
It makes you look thin.
it
Black
does.
does.
That's right. It's flattering.
Yeah, so what's going on?
Oh, we're just hoping this all works, and that's
Yeah.
what we're pretty happy that it's kicked off.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
think
cool.
I'm going to start by saying congratulations, Scott. 600 subscribers, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
That's
I
pretty.
did-
That's pretty epic.
I noticed that today. No, I mean, I'm pleased with that. I mean, yeah, it's as you guys know, it's kind of funny how it works. Oh, I can see a comment on this screen.
Oh, we got Blue
We
Harvest.
got Blue
Toys.
Harvest Toys.
Yeah. Hello, Mark.
G'day.
Hey, mate.
Good to see you. No, I mean,
G'day,
I was just
hey.
like I was saying, like obviously, it's you've got no control over it. I mean, sometimes it goes in the wrong direction. Sometimes, for no apparent reason, you get a little spike. So I saw that today, and I was pleased with that. But yeah, well, hopefully I can stay above that 600 mark, because YouTube works in funny ways. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, they automatically take subscribers, like they and then you get them back for some reason, and it's just incredible what happens with the algorithm on YouTube.
Yeah, so we'll see how it all goes. We'll see how we go. But no, I was pleased with that. So thank you, Matt. That's great. I appreciate it.
It's good. It's a lot of hard work, man. You've done really well.
For sure. Well, look, I'm trying to, as I've discussed with you boys, to just get the speed up a little bit. I mean, whatever it is, whether it's like a little bit of wanting things to be perfect or whatever, or just struggling to find time, as you guys know, it's a challenge just to get them out a bit quicker. I am blown away sometimes at how quickly you guys are able to get videos out. Like Ryan, I saw the video that you posted last night. Yeah. The fair that you went to was the same date as the Collecticon fair that I went to on the weekend, yet I am still working. So
Yeah,
I don't know how I find the time myself either, but
mate, you do well. You do really, especially like 2 within the last week.
Yeah.
I'm striving for that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Cheers.
But Matt, for Keep On Collecting, for people watching, Matt does all the editing. So I'm hopeless with computers. I can't do editing. All I can do is film my stuff and pass it on to Matt. And he does an excellent job doing the editing. And so I'm really grateful for that half of the duo who can do something.
Yeah,
that's it.
Gary B.
Man. He's the man. This Gary B, I'm going to give Gary B. It's my turn. I'm going to give Gary B a big call out. He has been giving us a big plug recently for Keep On Collecting, and we're getting a lot of people coming over and checking out the channel. So Gary, we're really looking forward to Sunday, and so thank you very much again, Gary. It's been great to watch your channel and get to know you. So hopefully get to know you more on Sunday.
Yeah, Gary is a really great guy. I'm not super into the comic side of the kind of nostalgia space that we're all in. But I do watch Gary, when I've got time here and there, and when they're community oriented content, which Gary's really good at. I've been watching some of those videos, and I saw he gave you guys a really good plug on Saturday or Sunday. And look, you mentioned me, and I saw that you guys, as of today or yesterday, have gone past that 400 mark as well. And I'm sure that Gary's spruiking of your guys' channel has had something to do with that. So props to Gary.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that interview as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to tune in, see how you go.
Hey, Phil. Phil all the way over there in Japan.
Hi.
G'day, Phil. Thanks for dropping in, mate.
So how's the week been toy-wise for everybody?
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's been good for Ryan. Look at that pile in behind you.
I know.
Look at it. Come on, Ryan. You
How are you, Dan?
don't leave it for your video. Go over there and pick something. Oh, you got one.
Here we
I
go.
Excellent.
actually have one ready to go.
Dear.
But talking about getting eBay though, have you seen the prices? So I was talking to Matt earlier about the vintage toys. They're just gone crazy, absolutely crazy
Yeah,
in price. And when you, to get stuff from America, you know, the postage is worth more than the toy.
That's right.
It's just incredible. So I don't know what people are doing if you guys are actually getting things from overseas, or you prefer, like I'm doing now, is unless it's local, I wait for the toy shows now, because you can negotiate, you know, on price. And
Yeah, that's right.
so I mean, I've been looking trying to finish off a collection here and there, and it's just the price is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I think the four of us, we all have some variety in what we collect. It's not like we collect. I mean, we have our toy lines that we focus on. We have our things that we're most passionate about. But at times like this, it really does help when you've got some width to what you collect, because it just means that you can keep an eye on what's going on online. You can go to shows, and chances are you'll find something that you want. I mean, if you're just focusing on one particular toy line, especially when you get deep into the toy line and you're starting to get to the more expensive, rarer items, then it becomes tricky. I mean, if I was in that situation, I'd go from 1 month to the next without buying anything. The fact that I collect a lot of different toy lines means that I can wait until I find things at the right price. And when I'm waiting for the turtle stuff I need, I can be opportunistic and find other stuff that I like and get into that as well. So, but it's the prices just now that, obviously COVID's not gone away, but now that we're in a far more normal state, I thought maybe there'd be a correction in pricing, but it seems to just only be going in that one direction.
Yeah, that's right. It's amazing. I mean, Ryan, you were showing the Waterworld collection that you bought.
Yeah.
And I've got it as well, but Matt was here the other week, and he was going through, and he goes, "Oh, you're missing these the Mariner, I think it was called."
Yep.
Anyway,
that's correct.
We looked it up on eBay. I think what was it we're going for, Matt?
It's $150 or something to get it out.
Yeah, just for the one figure, because apparently that one was rare. That's why nobody's got it.
That's it.
But it's amazing.
You just don't see stuff like that anymore either. So there's also that element as well.
Yeah. Celebration,
right.
Sorry, Mark from Blue Harvest is just saying, who's coming to Celebration? Is that a toy fair in the UK? Is it, Mark? I think that's what that is. Yeah, I haven't heard of it. I think it is. Anyway. But no, probably not, Mark. If it's in the UK.
Yeah. I guess for me, like, I've had my luck sort of through Facebook, some local people I know who have turtle stuff as well, and then obviously the toy fairs. But yeah, eBay is sometimes pretty good, but yeah, mainly in Australia, I try and get everything locally. It's just too expensive overseas.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right. It's just incredible, but I'm actually having fun from our local Vinnie store in Australia, which is what overseas I call a thrift store, and I'm finding a lot of I can't believe it, still getting 80s toys through the thrift store, and so I don't know if you mind, Matt, if I show you some of the stuff
Yeah. Show us what you picked up a few days ago. Just incredible.
It was just under here. The first one was it was actually a lot, a bulk load of stuff for $5. I got it all first. So the first one was a leaning right over is a Hulk Hogan.
Oh wow!
He's I saw that and I go, well, I don't collect wrestling figures. I was never into wrestling. Matt and Scott are.
Yeah.
I was quite happy to instantly send a picture to Matt and say, "There you go, Matt. You want this one?" But it's not scratched.
He's got all his fingers.
Yeah, he's got his fingers.
And he's and his spring-loaded like action feature works.
He's an action figure. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. So if you lift his arms up in front
hang
of
on.
him,
Slam.
there you go.
Is that what he's supposed to do? Like he's swimming?
No.
Looks like a windmill.
Yeah. I think the action feature
They had
might
a
have
metal
seen better
concert.
days, but no, it looks like it's working.
Stop right there. Yeah, it looks like it's his both arms are going up. So
There you go.
He's not scratched. So that was a good one.
It's sci-fi.
That was a good one to get. Another one was
That's great.
this one's a bit of dust on it from Police Academy.
Oh, it's
Beautiful.
Police Academy. Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, he's pretty mint, and he's even his badge on the side of his. I don't know if this camera works like that, but there, it's not scratched at all. So that was another good one in the pile. What is that? New Adventures of He-Man?
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's
Only problem with this guy, I think their legs, where the boots are, they've got these little. They're not really well joined. It's if you get right up, can you see that leg there?
Yeah,
wonky.
It's like a grommet.
Well, it looks like a little stick holding the boot on. So that wasn't very well made, but he's not too bad.
I'm not used to He-Man wearing pants. That's unusual.
Yeah, well, it's new, so new adventures. You get long pants. You've grown up. Another one was was the Ghostbusters.
Filmation.
Filmation. That's it.
Yeah.
And he's called wasn't werewolf. What was it? Spike Tooth or something?
Yeah,
not too sure.
I can't remember this guy's name.
Yeah.
Anyone got a clue there in the chat?
Fang Tooth or something? Fang Tooth? Fang or something like that? It's
Yeah,
not werewolf. But that was another one. He's in good condition.
Yeah, gee, you did well there.
But Andrew, from what you mentioned, or from what Matt mentioned, you kind of know the staff at your local Vinnies well enough where they let you in the back and you can kind of sift through and see everything that they've not got to yet.
Yeah, well, that's right. And not only that, because they get so much stuff, they don't have time to sort it. So they're throwing it in the bin. And you can see that I got the Mattel Dinosaurs. There was about 3 of them in the bin. There's nothing wrong with them. So I'm bin diving and going, oh my God. And there was a Batmobile and I pulled that out and I go, oh, I'll take that. That's a Batmobile I didn't have. And, it was all that. It's like these two.
Thanks, Simon.
These two here, I just took them because I went, oh, well, I'll look them up. And they're from the 90s. They were called Fox's Peter Pan or something like that in the 90s. I'd never seen them before in my life, but I looked them up, and there they were on Google and things like that. And there was a Lex Luthor that I didn't have.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And you won't believe this, but my first Transformer.
Oh, wow.
Don't go down that road, Andrew.
No.
And all of this for $5.
Yeah, for $5. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
That's crazy.
Thrift shops are they're really good. The only problem is you gotta virtually nearly go in there every second day
Yeah.
because they a lot of people go in, a lot of kids, and go in. So I'm just grateful that they do let me out the back. They've asked me to be a volunteer, which I think I will do. If I'm not working a Saturday, I'll just volunteer for a couple of hours. And they said I can sort the toys out for them. So that's pretty good.
Great. So it'll kind of be like a one for you, one for me kind of thing.
Yeah. They keep on collecting pile. It's just a shame. I just cry on thinking how much stuff has actually been thrown out by the thrift store. Because when I got that, they said they dumped like 3 those big bins full of toys, and you just go, I wonder what was in it, And it's sorry.
There's a question for you. What's your thoughts, everyone, on the new Batmobile? Good, bad, ugly.
Yeah, it's I mean, Matt, you bought me the that one. Did you want me to show it?
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, go for it. Is it handy, or do you have to rake through a few thousand toys, or?
I'll just go climbing. Yeah, I didn't mind the new Batmobile.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's.
I like the new Batmobile. I don't know if I would call it, looking at all the Batmobiles from previous incarnations of Batman, my favorite, but I thought it was very fitting to the Batman, to the most recent Batman film. You know what I mean? To the tone of the film, to the type of to the style of character that Robert Pattinson played. I thought they nailed the Batmobile for that.
Correct.
Yeah,
I agree. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I plan to do one of my next videos is because I got at least have most of the Batmobiles, and I was going to do where that one would fit in the lineup. And
in terms of your personal favorites.
No. In actually, how would it line up in the Batman's multiverse of cars? The evolution of them. Would it be before the 66 or after? I'm thinking after that one, but I don't know.
It was pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was like a beefed up muscle car on steroids, the massive jet turbine in the back and roll cage. Yeah.
No flowing body work, and you know what I mean.
Bare bones.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was missing gadgets though, wasn't it? They didn't have any gadgets.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I just had the jet turbine. I think that was it. Yeah. There's no wheel cutters or missiles or anything like that.
Yeah, I think when they make those sort of films a bit too sort of realistic as such, they still need to have a few gadgets, in the back, like James Bond, where they, when they went to the new Daniel Craig, they sort of, hey, use your mic.
Mike, that's great.
Use your mic.
Welcome, Mike.
Yay. And so they, I think that's the only down point. I think a few more gadgets, even if it was just one or two.
One or two things,
in the Batmobile. Yeah.
So Ryan, have you got something there to open up for us?
I certainly do. Yeah. Do you want me to open it up?
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Give it a whirl. Yeah.
We'll do a live unboxing here.
Live unboxing.
Ryan, it looks like you got a couple of packages where you can spare one for today.
Yes, look at them all back there.
I know.
Are you Santa? Is that what's going on? And if we're all good in the chat,
well, if you
they
come
get
over,
a present sent to them.
That's all good.
Dear.
I actually got this in the mail today. This is off Facebook. Guy in Melbourne called Randall Scott. And it's a mix of, we'll find out. We'll find out. All right, so the box is open. Here we go. This is live.
Popcorn everywhere.
Yep. All right. Very nicely packaged as always. Hang on. Can't really edit this, can I?
No.
Sorry, while you open that up, can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
So Simon Mills, did you say that you were Scott's brother from Scott's Retro Collectibles? I thought I saw that in the comments. I could have been wrong. I just wanted to check if Simon Mills is Scott's brother from Scott's Retro Collectibles. One of my favourite channels.
Yeah, my brother on YouTube. Yeah, let's put that back up here for you. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Simon, good man.
So yeah, he's from the UK. I think I read that earlier too. Yeah.
And I agree with you, Simon. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I mean, I watch my TV shows. I'm watching Stranger Things at the moment. But as far as just like regular telly, YouTube is what's always on in the background for me at the moment. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I only watch Keep On Collecting now, so that's
there you go.
Just have it on repeat, don't you, Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why we get all the views, Andrew? Woo!
Yeah. Like just watching the reruns.
Yeah. So what do you think of Stranger Things, Scott?
Mate, I love Stranger Things. Hey,
yeah.
I've not finished. I've not finished volume 1 of season 4, so
okay, no spoilers.
No spoilers, but I love it. What about yourself? You into it as well?
Definitely dark.
Yeah, I've been watching it since it started, and me and my wife rewatched it a couple of months ago just to get reacquainted, and we finished it last Tuesday, so we pretty much binged it from Friday.
Yeah, you guys were straight on it.
Yeah,
it's quality.
Yeah.
Are we looking forward to Jurassic Park, boys?
Jurassic Park. Yeah, that's coming out
definitely
Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, Thursday. Is that worldwide release?
Probably.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to Jurassic World.
Here.
It's going to be cool to see the old and new in terms of the cast. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be different dynamic, won't it? And you wonder how it's all going to fit together with so many big stars in it.
For sure. Is Jeff Goldblum in it or no?
Oh, yeah, he's there in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He's going to be in it as well. I mean, why wouldn't he be?
No, exactly. Fantastic.
I'm just going to interject here and just go. I get I watch Matt on Universal Collector a lot, like recently, and every now and then someone sort of says, "Oh, just wait a minute, I've just got to scroll through the comments." Same as Mark. I'm just like, all these comments are coming up. I'm like, oh my god, I've got to try and get these comments. So if I wander off a little bit and sort of look like I'm, that's what I'm trying to get through the.
That's all good.
No, but thanks everyone. This is great. This is more than I expected.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So
what you got there, Ryan?
It's pretty cool.
You're leaving us in suspense.
I know. All right. So I got a radiation radar from Toxic Crusaders.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's got his gun and everything.
Okay.
Missing a couple of things, but I picked it up in sort of bulk. I think it was like $10 or something like that.
That's good.
So yeah, pretty good condition. So that's cool.
That is complete, Ryan.
He's not complete. He's got his gun.
That's all good.
Yeah, I think I've got another one.
You can army build that one.
Can army build it up? Yeah. There's a lot of people.
It's an expensive army build.
Yeah. So you'll like this one. I've got a
Kill him off.
Dr. Kill him off. He's got his backpack and gun as well. But I think he's just missing his cape. Nice. But but still pretty good condition. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Kill him off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Such a cool line.
It is, yeah.
Love Toxic Crusaders.
I got some accessories as well, some Toxic Crusader accessories.
Gosh, look at them all.
I know.
That's when, that's as you know, Scott, with these Ninja Turtles, they come with about 100 accessories.
They do.
I know. There's something to be said for a toy line with no accessories. Like that's one of the things I enjoy about the Hasbro WWF figures.
Yeah. So I got these cool missiles. I think they go with Dr. Kilimov's helicopter. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. I just love the color of them. They're just like fluoro colors.
Yeah, the colors, the glow in the dark. So cool.
I think these parts come off. I don't know if you can help me out, Scott, with these ones.
Those I don't know.
Okay.
They would have to come off because
some kind of boat, maybe the barge boat or something.
You know what? I'm not too sure.
Don't know. Yeah.
No, I don't think. Well, look, if they're from the hovercraft, then mine's missing them.
So. Yeah. Could be.
I'll take them.
Well, there you go. We'll do some research on those. But
I don't know. Yeah. Google Lens.
Google Lens. Yeah.
Google Lens is so good for identifying figures, accessories, things like that.
Got this flag which says "Clean up or die." So that's
that
cool.
is awesome.
I just saw it as a bulk lot, and and I got another sort of cool gun as well.
Yeah, sweet.
Pretty cool.
Is that Toxic Crusaders?
Not too sure. It's kind of the same color, but
yeah, if that's Toxic Crusaders, it must be from a vehicle, not. Oh, hang on. You know what? I don't know. That doesn't look familiar to me as far as the Toxic Crusaders figures, but unless it's off a vehicle.
Could be off a vehicle or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go into the turtles. So I picked up a couple of turtles as well. This is all from one box. But, yeah.
This is like the box that keeps on giving. Scott,
I know.
That's right.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Punk Rocker Don.
Punk Rocker Don. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's got his weapon as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He came with the electric keyboard accessory as well.
Yeah. So that's all I got. But yeah, pretty. I just love the look of him. So yeah.
That's a great lot.
Cool. Yeah. And then lucky last. Lucky last.
And it's always cool. It's always cool when you pick up Toxic Crusaders with turtles because they feel kind of interchangeable. Like Toxic Crusaders kind of, as a toy line, kind of feels like an extension of Ninja Turtles.
Sometimes people mix them up and they add.
We'll just have them all mixed.
Have them all together.
Cool.
But yeah, I finally got a slasher.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
classic.
Classic. Comes with all these weapons, I think. So he's got that one.
Yep.
It's got like a ball and chain sort of one. Mace. And then there's like a knife as well.
A sai, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he came with a nunchuck as well, like a spiked kind of nunchuck.
Okay.
So, but I mean, all but one. That's awesome.
That's still pretty good. I think that was great. Like, again, $15 or something. Like these are all like $10-15 each. Yeah, so I did pretty well.
Oh, you did. I mean, talking about having the conversation we were earlier about pricing, you've done very well on those.
Yeah. I think I paid like $70. I don't know, $70, $80, something like that. Yeah. There you go. Live unboxing.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I'll let you go next, Scott. Have you got one, Scott?
I do, yeah. I might just take a minute to open it though. So if you guys had anything else you wanted to cover while I'm getting this going.
Well, Blue Harvest is just saying there that I'm just getting all the toys I had or wanted as a kid, and that's how all the collections start, I think.
That's right.
It's a sense of loss of the toys you had when you were a kid, and when you become adult and you can afford to buy them. Yeah. That's when it starts, and
or it's toys you never had. Yeah,
well, that's right. And what about you guys? I'm still chasing a toy I had as a kid, but I can't afford it, and that's the old Bob from the Disney's The Black Hole from the 70s.
That's perfect for Mark because he loves the black hole.
It's just amazing. I mean, I've got all the others there, but old Bob, I think around about 3,000 or something like that, if you can find him, and just incredible, for this tiny little action figure.
That's incredible.
Alrighty.
Well,
So
I think I lost all mine. As a kid, they got sold off by mum and dad in a garage sale.
Yeah.
We managed to keep the Star Wars figures from as a kid, and pick bits and pieces. But the He-Man ones was the ones I lost and missed the most. So that was the first ones I just, as soon as you could get a job, and thanks to Andrew introducing me to eBay, bang, Master Universe. Thanks, Andrew.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah,
Scott, how you going
Simon
there?
says turtles are so cool and funky. The colors and design are so grabbing. Yeah, that's why we love them.
Turtles.
Like really, Scott Crusher got me onto them, and now I've just been buying them.
I apologise, Ryan. It's a slippery slope.
Take it over.
But I mean, what's kind of interesting though is I think we can all agree that it starts with the first step is wanting to put your childhood collection back together, and then you start to, or at least in the case of me, I'm sure a lot of people can agree. Then you move into the lines that you want, or the items that you wanted as a kid, but you were never lucky enough to have.
Thanks, Gary.
And then you start collecting stuff that you didn't even know about as a kid, and that's an example of what I got here. Obviously, when we were in Canberra, I picked up a Supernaturals figure, and Supernaturals. Supernaturals is a line where I had they were not. It was 1987, so when they came out, I was really young. I mean, I had no idea about them, but it's just one of those lines that I absolutely love. And I picked up that incomplete Bernhardt figure at the Canberra Vintage and Collectible Centre. And wouldn't you know it, last Thursday, I'm watching a Facebook auction. I don't know if you guys get involved much with like Facebook groups and then live Facebook auctions.
Yeah, I was, what night was it?
Last Thursday night.
Okay.
You know what, Ryan? I'm pretty sure I've seen your comments when I've been dipping in and out of certain auctions. I've seen you pop up, but you probably know all about this guy, Greeny's Toys.
Yes. I was on Greeny's Toys. Yeah.
So big shout out to Greeny's Toys. If anyone's watching this who's in Australia who's not familiar with Greeny's Toys, definitely get on board because he's a great auctioneer. Awesome. Yeah. Always has a killer selection. He gets bulk lots out of the States and always has cool stuff. And he had a couple of Supernaturals figures, and I snagged myself another Bernhardt, but this time we've got him complete.
Oh, wow, that's good.
That's so cool. Wow, those colors.
This is wicked. He's got like his mask tilts up.
Yeah.
He's got his visor. He's got his chest plate. Hologram looks like it's in nice shape. Now, the other one that I picked up in Canberra might actually have a slightly better hologram, but actually maybe not. It's hard to show on the camera, but
yeah.
And obviously, I've got the gun that I picked up previously, so we've got Bernhardt complete.
Wow!
So I'm stoked with that, eh?
Yeah,
this is the first one I've got complete.
Yeah, he does really good deals, and like pretty much everything's mostly complete and like really nice and clean as well.
Yeah, a lot of high-end stuff, like a lot of mint-on-card stuff and things that are loose often they are complete, or near complete. Yeah. So I'm stoked with that, hey.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to try and pick up some more of them.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to come by too, aren't they, Scott, those things? You really got
they are. I mean, if I'm going to try and make a play at completing the line, I probably am going to have to, like we were talking about, like Andrew was mentioning before, like try and find some stuff overseas.
Yeah.
But you don't want to order one figure from overseas because like we were talking about, the shipping is just ridiculous. The way it works is if you've got a shipper that'll combine the postage and you can get 5-6 figures and try and make it work like that.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I look for on eBay under bulk lots. So I'll type whatever and put bulk lot or lot. And see what comes up because sometimes you do snag a pile of them, People are, just gather them up and sell them off. So
yeah, I've got a bulk lot of stuff coming very soon, I managed to pick up a bulk lot of Batman figures, Kenner figures, about 58 of them. In Australia. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, pretty crazy.
And the fun there when you do get a bulk lot is going through them, and especially
putting them all together.
Like, especially if you have the accessories with it. I got a bulk lot which I haven't done a video yet of vintage G.I. Joe.
Cool.
Another thrift shop. This lady came in. She opened the car boot, and she had these big boxes of G.I. Joe. And I said, "Oh, I'll give you $50 for the lot." And she goes, "Yeah, no worries." And I just
nice, Phil.
Well, it was only. Well, the thing is, I mean, people saying, "Oh, you know, you rip it off" or something like that. No, not really, because she was donating it to the thrift shop. One, they would have just got rid of all the accessories, and most of it would all got broken up. That's correct. So I've got these boxes there. And with G.I. Joe is another one with all the little accessories. But the fun, what I get back to is the fun of getting a bulk lot, finding out what their names are, and then matching the accessory to it is really good.
Yeah.
And matching it up to make it complete. And there's a lot of fun there when you do that.
Yeah, a lot of satisfaction when you finally do complete some of these figures that came with a lot of accessories and accessories that are hard to find as well.
Yeah,
especially
the fun.
Yeah, when you find it, and you go, "Oh my god, this thing's complete. What's wrong with this kid?" And he's
I know, it's
because
wild.
they had vehicles and even those like Doom buggy things. They had like 2 aerials that came out on it.
Yeah,
they even had them in the box, and I go, did this kid even play with them? Because surely they're so fragile, the old G.I. Joe. And you think, gosh, he must have played for them really carefully because they just break like that. They're so flimsy.
I'm just going to flash this up, guys. This is a good, actually, it's a question from Simon here, and this is a good lead into something we wanted to have a bit of a chat about. Do you have a Comic Con in Australia, guys? What's those big ones that they go around?
Well, we've got Supernova.
Supernova's coming up.
And Supernova in Sydney's coming up, I'm pretty sure, in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our version
in June. Yeah, we've got it.
But then you've also got Oz Comic Con.
Oz Comic Con is the other one.
There's like two or three big ones.
Yeah, and they travel around Australia.
Yeah, we don't have too many, do we?
Yeah, no, we only have like 1 or 2 a year, I think.
Yeah, we more rely on going to just our local toy fairs, don't we?
That's right.
But we have been to them. Remember, we went to them earlier on, and because they used to they'd get like celebrities to come out, and like we met Richard Dean Anderson, MacGyver.
He's good, yeah.
Yeah, he was quite good, and I got him to sign a Stargate Doom buggy.
Oh, cool.
But it was actually from the Doom buggy was actually from the film. So it had Kurt Russell on the front. And and when I put it down, he goes, "Yeah, that one." If you put it closer up the screen to his face.
Okay.
You can really see it's Kurt Russell there.
Yeah.
It's
and Richard Dennison goes, "Hang on, this is Kurt Russell." And I said, "Yeah, but it was your character." So he goes, "I'm better looking than him anyway," and he signed it. It was really good. It's really good to meet celebrities when they're really down to earth like that. You know?
Absolutely.
Like I think when we met Christopher Judge, he was sitting there all alone, and so he plays Teal'c in Stargate, the series, and he was sitting there all alone, but he had a beanie on, and it had like LA Raiders on it. And instead of going, "Hey mate, I loved you in Stargate," I went, "Oh, LA Raiders, how are they going this year?" Just opened up a whole new conversation, and he was into it, and I don't know much about NFL, but he wanted to talk about NFL. I'm like, oh shit, what have I said here? But yeah, sometimes they just don't want to talk about what everyone's asked them 100 questions on their show that they're being in.
That's it.
Or the same question 100 times.
Yeah. So I find sometimes if you can just pick something on that they're wearing or just something completely different that you've heard about them, they probably just go, oh, yeah.
And some can be real assholes.
Can you see that on TV?
like back in the 90s, and that's a long time ago. And we went to a toy fair, and they did have special guests come to the toy fairs. Yeah. And that was the guy who played Major West from Lost in Space. And he got up, and all he did was virtually complain and whinge and have a go. That was the first thing that came out of his mouth, and it sort of destroyed your childhood. And you sort of like grew up watching this show, and then you meet them live, and he just comes out with that straight away. And it was sort of like you going, oh, it was sort of like shattering.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I guess that, some of them are whingers and some of them are fantastic. You got to get them on the day.
Yeah.
Maybe just have an off day or something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just...
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to July anyway, I think. We're all going to be hanging out in July, aren't we, guys?
We certainly are.
We are, yeah.
Yeah. I was telling Ryan during the week that I actually had a chat with Alfie and Opal during the week and said, look, Saturday the 30th is Saturday the 30th of July is the day. So they said that they were more than happy to. They're scheduled to be closed on that day, but they said they'll open up for a few hours for us, cool. And so that'll be great.
Yeah, well, that's excellent.
Nice little lead into CollectorCon on Sunday.
I know. That's it. I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
It's going to be a good couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to start planning that one, boys.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. So, Ryan, what time? Like, do you know at this stage what time you get in on the Saturday?
Yeah, it's around midday. So I think like 12:30. So I can send you the flight details. I think I'll send it to Matt.
Sweet.
Message, but yeah.
Sounds
Anyone's
good.
welcome to come and pick me up if you can.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
We'll work it out.
For sure.
Yeah.
We won't leave you hanging for too long. Just long enough to make you feel worried. I'm an arsehole. Nah, you're gonna have a great weekend.
Rissole.
Yeah, it'll be a good couple of days.
Yeah.
No, it's all
good. It's gonna be good. And then I've got the Nexus Toy Fair next month in Perth. So I think
let's not talk about that one yet.
Yeah, okay. Don't know yet. Well, I'll be there. So yeah.
We'll take that conversation offline. But anyway, it's the way it goes. I noticed you got another one straight after that though, Ryan. The Collector Zone.
Collector Zone Toy Fair is in August. Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing table for that, are you?
Yeah, I booked a table, so I'll be selling some vintage goodness.
Excellent.
So
good stuff.
That's going to be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to take some. It's a little bit hard if you're sitting there behind a table trying to sell it to get out and take pictures of it. Do you have support crew, like a missus or a mate that's going to?
Yeah, my wife's Chinese. Probably going to come help me out, or a mate or something. So I'll be able to kind of look around and see what's there. That's a good thing about getting there early and setting up is you get to see what else people are putting out as well. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's a good point. Like, Ryan, I don't know how you approach it when you go to fairs and you're filming a video at the same time. Like, when I get to like a busy fair like CollectorCon, like the first thing I want to do is wander around and make sure I don't miss out on any of the things that are right up my alley. But I also kind of want to film myself picking them up at the same time. It's you try to reconcile, you try and manage.
It is a very hard, it is a very hard mix to do, and that's what I found with the last one I just did for from last weekend. I was sort of filming everything, but at the same time trying to look out, and that's how I found the Waterworld toys. I pretty much zoned in straight on those, and I was like, turn the camera off, and then
Yeah.
But
So
the
it
only
can be hard
thing
to
you
get
could
that
do
mix.
is a GoPro, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
Where then you got your hands free
absolutely.
Yeah,
you
a few guys I
Yeah,
noticed in
need to
the
invest in a
UK
GoPro.
use that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean Scott's Retro Collectible, Simon's brother. That's the way he approaches it. He has like a GoPro on his backpack strap, and that way he just kind of goes about his day and turns his GoPro on, and when it's on, it's recording, and he's not actually you're not kind of
having to do two things at once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's an interesting way to go.
Yeah. So this room tour? I think we're going to have to do it for Ryan as well. Send him on a room tour with Andrew, see if he can find his way out. Scott almost never made it out.
Yeah, part of me never left.
Everyone leaves a bit of their soul in there.
That's right.
No, that was a bit epic, and I think like with those videos, like Scott caught it just a completely different way to what we caught it. It was great to get those different points of views on that just Andrew's immense collection there. So I think it just showed in it was just so popular as well. It's exactly what different views.
Absolutely.
It's always good to have different views on the same subject matter.
For sure. And Simon, nice of you to say that the collection room tour was out of the world. I mean, I was pleased with the way that video turned out, but at the same time, like seeing it for yourself, in the flesh
Totally
is something totally different as well, because you find yourself wandering around the room, zeroing in on little things, and obviously Andrew, being the collector that he is, has stories for a lot of the different things that you see. So well worth seeing while you visit us.
Well, you can't sort of walk around it at the moment because there's crap everywhere.
Yeah.
Stuff on the floor, stuff built up.
Yeah.
When is Aussie Supernova? Do you know? July, August.
You know what? I'm just gonna check real quick.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get back to you, Dan.
Yeah.
I know it's coming up in Sydney, and then because I'm going on the Saturday for the Perth one. Yeah, ours on the 25th of June in Perth.
So the Sydney one is not this weekend, but next weekend, June 18 to 19.
Yeah.
Following weekend is Perth.
25th, 26th. Yep.
That's right. And then the other states aren't till the end of the year. Brisbane, November 5th to 6th. Adelaide, November 12th to 13th. And Melbourne and the Gold Coast aren't till early next year. So it's kind of staggered a little bit. It's interesting.
And some states don't get the same actors or through either. So it's like sometimes we'll probably get the same actors that you get in Sydney because it's obviously within that couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting.
But the way that what's that?
This one from Phil.
Oh,
how long have you guys been
collecting?
We'll start with Scott. We'll start with Scott. How long have you been collecting for, Scott? Briefly.
Yeah, pretty briefly, Phil. I really started collecting. Seriously collecting, going to the toy fairs and, joining the Facebook groups and kind of being intentional about it, not just picking up things as I'd see them going about my regular business, probably late 2018, so early 2019. So really not too long, but it's something that it's like a slippery slope. I mean, it's something that as soon as I started doing it, it was there was no doing it halfway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, just a few years for me.
Shabby. What about you, Ryan?
Probably the last 5 years, it's really kind of taken off. I sort of started getting into my Doctor Who figures. Just got inspired by some people on YouTube, like Raven and stuff like that. And as Scott said, it kind of slippery slope. You buy one, and then next minute you've got 20. And then obviously my Ghostbusters collection, that's been sort of ongoing 5-6 years. So probably around the 5-6 year mark, I'd say.
Yeah, Andrew. I don't need to ask, but
has Andrew ever not collected?
Andrew's never stopped.
I'm going to get 20 years.
Last week. Well, mate, you'd have to be doing about the same length of time. I mean,
yeah, we just don't stop. We haven't stopped.
Over 20 years ago, and then I was only collecting about, probably about, what was that, 10 years before that. So, about 30 years. But you'd have to be doing this about the same time.
Well, the thing is, I guess, and I've heard this a lot with people, is they never really stop. It's just you slow down in a period in the 20s where there's other priorities, and we all know there's girls and going out. So we stop a lot through there, but we still go to shops and pick things up that interest us. We never really lose that collection bug. And then it picks up again, I guess, a little bit later in life, like in your 30s, 40s.
Yeah, I think it's like in your age group. It's sort of like you have your toys. You get to a teenage, and your parents say, "Hey, you shouldn't be playing with toys," and then into your 20s, sort of thing. But when you get in your 30s and 40s, and then you're collecting because you've got the money and all that, and they go, "Oh, he's a collector. He's a hobbyist." You see, it sort of like swings back again.
That's it.
So they don't see it as childish because you're older, and so there's like a good section of time there between I was a teenager and in my 20s, where I missed a lot of things. I missed a lot of toys, and it's only now that you go, gosh, did they even come out to Australia? Like the police academy stuff and things like that. And you go, I was only saying to Matt the other day, I go, I don't remember them actually being sold here. Then again, I probably wasn't looking. I was looking at other things like girls, I suppose. And I
think that's why we all fit, because Andrew and I are more 70s, 80s, and we have delved into other lines. But you guys are then, while we're chasing girls and going out, it's you guys are then taking over in the 90s. And so that's why it's kind of cool. Like we can talk to you about something, and we go, "Oh, we didn't know that," and we're learning.
Yeah. There's a lot of lines that we just go, "Oh, we didn't know they sort of existed," and
that's right.
And there's definitely, I mean, for me at least, like obviously nostalgia is a big factor, but I can always appreciate 70s toys or even 80s or 90s toys that I had no idea about when I was growing up, just because I appreciate it for what it is. Whether it's based on a movie that even though I didn't see it as a kid, as an adult, I've come to love it, or whether it's just it's designed in a way with play features and accessories and paint sculpts and so on that you can just you can appreciate it even without nostalgia. So in that way, it's not necessarily anchored to a specific era. You know what I mean? It starts that way, but it just kind of spreads from there.
Yeah, I think the way you described it, Scott, in one of your videos about just sometimes it's the look of it might be the colors of the action line. For me, I might see the Toxic Crusaders. I never had them as a kid, but I see them now and it's go, if I was a kid back in that time, well, they would have been in the collection.
How could you not think that's awesome? You know what I mean? If you were 10 years old and someone gave you that, like,
I
know
they are.
Yeah, I think you were quoting, Scott. It's like almost like an artwork,
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely see it that way. It's pop art. Like art's not like the concept of art shouldn't just be at like galleries and theaters and stuff like that. Obviously now we see art in more like broad, accessible terms, and to me, toys are a big part of that. I mean, like I've got some figures here that this isn't necessarily an unboxing, but these are just some of the more recent stuff that's arrived, like these Ninja Turtle Universal Monsters.
Yeah, they're cool.
Like, all the little details and the way that the legends of the Universal monsters are respected, but it kind of in a way that overlaps with the kind of lore of the Ninja Turtles. I mean, it's just incredible. Like I didn't know about these as a kid. Obviously, I was big into Ninja Turtles as a kid, but by the time the Universal Monsters crossover line came out, it was like 1993. I was into wrestling, but I don't need to have had these or known about these as a kid to think they're just amazing. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Just to answer that question there, someone says the community is getting bigger with the toys. I must admit, going to toy shows back in the 90s and things like that, as the years went on, those lines were getting bigger. And now, with the last the toy show from Penrith there, with 3 halls, it was just incredible. But the amount of people that were there was just amazing. So to answer that question, definitely the collecting community in toys is huge now.
Yeah, it's definitely becoming bigger. Yeah,
I would say. They changed everything in the 90s there, because before there was only a few stores you could go and buy toys at like collectors' ones, and then people's garage sales and things like that. But once eBay came in, and you go, oh gee, you can. I didn't know these things existed because they didn't come out to Australia. And then the toy shows after that, the toy shows just exploded. It's just amazing. But as you know, you agree, Scott. You go to these, you can hardly get in.
I know.
And you got to get there early.
Yep.
And it's just amazing now. But it's great. It's great to actually you can interact with other people who collect. It's really good.
But Andrew, when you compare CollectorCon at Penrith, the most recent CollectorCon at Penrith, to say the Penrith Collector Mania events like years ago, is it night and day in terms of the amount of vendors, the amount of collectors, like, or has there always been that? Have they always been busy? And maybe I just didn't know about it, obviously, because I've only started collecting in the last 4 or 5 years.
Likewise.
They've been. They were sort of not so much. How can I say? They were busy. There was a lot of sellers, but it was a lot of people actually just getting rid of things.
Right.
So you go there and they'd be like the Star Wars 12-inch dolls from when they're getting rid of them for $10 because they got a whole lot of them. They just want to get rid of it, and that's the difference. Is now it's getting harder to. Find people who are just getting rid of things, that they had at home or whatever, and it's more that people know exactly how much things are worth.
That's it,
and that's the unfortunate part about it as a collector.
Makes it harder to find things now. Yeah,
we want the thrill of the hunt, but we also want to get it cheap, and that's another buzz. That's another adrenaline thing. Where you go, I got this, and I got it for $10. It's like a junkie, That's that
thrill. So I got this for $80.
Yeah, well, that's right, and and I know myself, those big Daleks are worth a fortune.
They are,
and when I saw your video, I saw that one because I got the sort of like the 50th anniversary Dalek, and then one of the gold movie ones at scale, and then I saw that one, and I went, "Oh bloody hell!"
But that was just me going to the store and asking the guy, like, "Hey, how much you want for it?" And I was thinking, like, 120, 200, and he just said, "Oh, $80." I was like, "Yeah, I'll have it."
Yeah, well, that's
that simple,
Yeah, that's the beauty of toy shows, because people will, when you flash the cash, they will drop it.
Yeah,
they will drop the price down. And one thing that annoys me is make an offer on eBay, and I'll make an offer. It's only a few dollars less, and they reject it.
Yeah,
but the toy shows, they drop it by a lot because a lot of them do want to move it. They don't want to take it home again.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes it can sway in your advantage. Sometimes people might be desperate to move it on eBay, so they might accept a low offer. But sometimes if you give them a little bit over what they're asking, then sometimes that can also be in your advantage as well, depending on how much you want to spend.
And that's why the thrift stores are such a buzz, because to find something that that's worth more, and they're getting rid of it for next to nothing, and it's such an adrenaline rush. It's in collecting, that is, and
I think we need to do a thrift store hunt together.
Yes, that'd be cool.
I should get a GoPro when I jump into the bin.
Andrew Vision in the bin.
Andrew the human bin.
Andrew Cam.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right, we've hit the hour mark, guys.
We have.
Just like that.
That's amazing.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Do we have a time limit, or do we?
No, I guess we don't. But
what's the time over there, Ryan?
It's just gone past 8 o'clock, so I'm still good. But
okay, because we're in the future. We're 2 hours ahead. So.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Do you want me to tell you what's going to happen, or?
Yeah, sure.
Can I bring? I'm going to bring something up. Did you guys see today? I can't remember. It was on. It was on Geek Dad Life, and it's not like hasn't been officially released by McFarlane Toys, but there was something leaked about superpowers being done, and they had images of Darkseid.
Okay.
Front and back, and the back had Darkseid, Superman, and Batman as the three characters in Wave 1. Yeah. And they had a Batwing and a Supermobile as the two vehicles. So, but McFarlane hasn't come out and officially said they're doing it, but there's a lot of chit chat saying it's actually happening.
Might be happening.
As long as they don't do it in 7-inch.
No, it's going to be like the original scale of whatever that scale was. Was that 4 or 5?
I don't know, like people on the chat, but one thing that does annoy me is obviously they changed the scale when they changed the companies that produce them.
See you, Dan.
Bye, Dan.
I'll see you, Dan. Thanks, John.
I mean, that was the death of Star Trek toys, like the ones behind you. You got the Playmates ones behind you there, Matt.
Yeah.
And then they went to the last, I think it was Insurrection was the last film they did, wasn't it? And then they went to...
Yeah.
They went to a 7-inch scale. And you go, well, that's ridiculous. I mean, why would they do that? Now, obviously, Playmates must have dropped the line. But, when they change scales and things... And that's why I haven't collected the Star Wars in 6-inch. Because, grown up with the 3 3/4 line, and you can still get a brand new Star Wars action figure and put it in a vintage vehicle, but when they change these scales, none of your vehicles are scaled. None of them are in scale to your vehicle. So,
well, that's if they redo superpowers in the original scale, that'd be great. You could just mix and match in with it'd be the same as your Motu Origin stuff. You can mix them in with the originals.
Yeah, I mean the Ghostbusters here are hanging up on there. They're the new ones.
Hasbro
the reissue.
Yeah, the re-release, and they've done them in the they're the right scale and exactly the same. So, I mean, there's little nuances and because the date on the back to separate it from from the vintage line. But, so I imagine they'd probably do the same with those superpowers ones.
But obviously, Andrew, there's a difference between what Hasbro did with the Ghostbusters Kenner Classics versus like a Masters of the Universe Origins, where the Ghostbusters are more or less same sculpts, just re-releases or reissues. Obviously, Motu Origins are in the same scale, the same retro style, but obviously, updated sculpts and whatnot. With the superpowers, with the McFarlane superpowers, do you happen to know whether it's like a reissue type situation?
No, so the Darkseid character, look, if I knew how to work this a little bit better, but maybe just go and explore it. The Darkseid character looked completely different to the original Darkseid.
Okay.
So it's more a bit of a black head with a bit of blue and black in the waist. Same as Superman, Batman. So same scale, but just a different looking figure. So
Updated.
Updated is the word. Yeah, a bit unique now.
Interesting.
So, just check it out online. There's a few images, on Instagram as well, I think. So,
well, it's like last weekend. I sent links to both you and Scott about Mask coming back. So
that's right.
The Kenner range as well. Yeah. So apparently they're going to be bringing back the figures and the vehicles. As to what scale, I'm not too sure yet, but that'll be pretty cool.
As long as
I can't afford it at the moment.
Do you reckon they will bring back, like Mark from Blue Harvest was just saying, if Playmates bring back strength, like if they're going to do, because I have heard Playmates are going to redo.
Playmates are redoing the Star Trek Next Generation.
So maybe they will do some Strange New Worlds figures as well.
Yeah.
Or even like maybe Discovery. I don't know how popular Discovery is. So.
I checked the website. It's a bit of everything. So you got classic Star Trek Next Generation. I think there's a bit of Discovery, and then there's a couple of Enterprise vehicles as well. So, definitely room for growth in that, I reckon.
Definitely revisiting a lot of these lines from the 80s and 90s at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
They know all the collectors are into it, so
that's who it's for.
Yeah.
Hi, Rolando. How are you?
G'day.
Thanks for joining us. Yes. Well, I think we is that. I didn't open up something.
Oh,
Can I open up mine?
Hey, Matt.
Go for it, Matt. Let's see
it.
it.
I was going to say,
the thing is, mine. Well, no one can compete with what Ryan did. Like he was just pulling figures out left, right, and center. So the comments are just going to be paused for a while I do this. But I don't think it's very big anyway. I think it's just a couple of small things. It's going to be stuffing, and I just dropped one. So they're eggs.
What?
Well, they are. They are from the vintage Masters of the Universe, and these are called meteor orbs.
Yep.
And they
transformed, right?
Yeah, they were at the end of the line. I guess they were trying to. I'm going to have to move back a bit here, but I'm not great with Transformers, and so I've got to try and transform this on film. But I think this is going to be. This is Cometroid. It's a mess, but
you put yourself on the spot here.
Come on, Matt.
I tell you what, Andrew and I were, can we play some elevator music? But Andrew and I were thinking of doing a challenge, and we're going to do get a transformer for my collection and try and transform it. That would have been a really big challenge. Okay, this is Astro Lion. I don't know how these dudes go. I think his butt goes down there. Okay, so his body goes up there. It's like that's Astro Lion, but he's not transformed properly. So there's 3 of these meteor orbs. So obviously Mattel are at the tail end of the Motu line, and Transformers are big G1. So they went well. Yeah, let's try and do some of that. So, dude, what's this one? This is the Dinosaur, I think his name is. So
cool.
I can't. It's just too fiddly. Like he's tiny parts, and his body goes up, and he becomes a dinosaur.
Yeah. So
dinosaur. I know the names, and I just can't transform them. Sorry, that's my big unboxing. It was a bit lame.
I never could transform. People could never do them.
And get rid of those. I've only got one. He's on card. He's an elephant one, Tuskor, and so I've been after quite a few of those meteor orbs for a while. So the guy on eBay had 3 of them. So just put an offer in for them to get them all, and voila, here they are. So sweet.
Vintage Toy Rush.
Yeah.
See you,
So
Simon.
see you, Simon. So what's in? We'll start winding this up, I guess now.
Yeah.
What's the plan for the week in regards to toys, Mr. Ryan? Anything?
I'm gonna do some big unboxing, so some big boxes and maybe a couple of little ones. So stay tuned for that.
Look forward to it.
A VTR.
Vintage turtle stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe some Toxic Crusader stuff. I actually got a box from England of some Toxic Crusader stuff last week.
Oh wow!
And I think I paid like $100, including shipping.
No way.
Yeah,
That's awesome price.
pretty insane. Yeah,
Toxic Crusaders. Yeah.
yeah. So the guy covered postage and everything. It was like £20. I was like, all right.
See you, Wayne.
But yeah, I've got some toxic barrels coming in that box, so I'll be sure to.
The toxic waste.
Yeah.
Like the Toxic Crusaders version of like the Playmates Turtles ooze or the ectoplasm, like that kind of.
No, I think they were like candy. I think they had sort of candy in them or something like that. Yeah,
I remember you mentioning that to me. I know what you. Yeah.
So I'll bring.
How many of those are in the package you're getting?
I think I got like 9 or 10. So I'll bring a couple over. Yeah, I'll bring a couple over for you. I'll share the love.
Come on, Scott. You want 1, 2, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I like said to the guy, "Oh, how much do you want for them?" And he's like, "Oh, they cost me like £1 each, so I'll just chuck them in." And he's just chucking everything in. I was like, I just wanted to buy one figure. Next to it, I got a Smog Cycle. I got a Toxie figure. It's crazy. But yeah, you'll find out.
That's awesome.
Keeping you busy. What about you, Scott? What's in store for you for the coming week?
Well, I'm in the process of editing the Collecticon Campbelltown video.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah, so Collecticon Campbelltown was the Sunday before last. So you know, Matt, like I try and get a video out on the 15th and a video out on the 30th. But I'm going to exceed that.
Excellent.
I'm hoping to have the Collecticon Campbelltown video out this Friday, maybe Saturday.
Yep.
So awesome. Hopefully Friday night the Collecticon Campbelltown video can be out. And then the video that I'm going to be working on next is, as you know, Matt and Andrew, the Prezi. So I want to try and obviously do that justice.
Yeah.
So
send this to you, man. I've got to send this to you.
All right. Well, I'll hang tight before I
tomorrow.
film that. I'll wait. Before I film that gift video, I will wait for that to arrive just so we can have it with all the bells and whistles. Right. And then after that, I'm going to be doing the Hasbro WWF Wrestling Superstars Series 1 review. So I'm going to review the first 12 figures in the Hasbro WWF line in detail, one of which was that awesome Series 1 Hulk Hogan that Andrew showed us before. So
cool.
We'll be looking at those 12 figures in detail as well as the ring. So that'll be what I'm working on next. That's going to take a little bit more time. That involves like a bit of a script and stuff like that. So
Dave from Vintage Toy Rush is asking, is this a regular stream?
It could be.
I'm definitely
maybe not every week. I'm not sure.
No. But look, regardless of the timing or the frequency, I'm definitely happy to. This has been great fun. I'm happy to do this on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean, this was just off the cuff. This is our first live stream, and I think it's gone really well. Actually,
I think it's gone really well.
Yeah. Thanks, Phil,
for our first live stream, and thank you everyone who's tuned in as well, and leaving comments. That's absolutely awesome, and I love this to be a regular thing because there's so much to talk about with toys. There's so many lines, even problems like having toys leach oil. If people don't know that, some of these Ghostbusters ones, if things get too hot, because in Australia we do get it to sometimes not this summer, but to 40 degrees.
That's really hot. Yeah.
And that's really hot, and even in your house or in the toy room, and you try to cool things down, and you can only get it down to about 20 or 23 or whatever, like something like that. But I noticed that the toys were actually, I pick them up, and there was like this clear fluid. It was like baby oil, and then I read about it was coming out of the paint that they painted with them in the day, and problems like that, and how do you clean them and things like that. So there's such a big variety of topics we could actually talk about, and especially they're the culprits.
That's an original one. Yeah,
that's the original one, and it seemed to be a lot with some of those painted action figures. I know even to the new ones. I've got a Mosasaurus down here that it sort of like got a fungus on it. Okay. That's right. They're definitely slimy. I mean,
Hi, Connor. Thanks for joining us.
I think because we always think that we're going to have these toys forever, and they were never designed to last forever. They were designed to be played with and then sent to the tip.
That's right.
So there's all these sort of practical.
I don't think toy makers kind of had a grand scheme of how long they were going to last, or
That's right.
But something that usual Mike could agree on is and that is vintage action Star Wars figures. They'll last for long after we're dead. They just seem to go on and on and on. I don't know what they were made out of, but they are just they last forever. Nothing affects them.
That's interesting, Andrew. That's interesting though, because they're obviously made by the same company that made the Ghostbusters figures, but they're holding up better than the Ghostbusters figures.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's just incredible, and but it's like I've got a vintage Admiral Ackbar, and he was found next door to my parents when they were renovating. They dug him up out of the dirt, and he's got this paint scheme on it that I've never seen, and it actually looks like something from the film. And we take it to Matt to have it analysed.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the comments.
Oh, sorry.
He's out.
I can't multitask. I'm a guy.
But anyway, he examined it with a blue light and said no, it was affected by the dirt. But just the way
Mark Alexander.
It's just the way it looked. It looked like it was done deliberately by the manufacturer, and this Admiral Ackbar. But other than that, he was dug out of the ground. 25 years later, and the thing was still, other than a bit of discolouring, it was nearly perfect.
Wow.
But I think a lot of the new sort of action figures, that's what I'm worried about with this sort of new generation of using recycled plastics and things like that. Will they last, or will you come back or open that box later down the track and find it's just dust?
It's perished.
Yeah.
But the difference is, Andrew, compared to 80s toys, that like modern day collectibles are designed with collectors in mind. So you'd think that they've been designed and manufactured in a way where they should give a longer life, but under a different type of use, instead of joints that are going to be bent back and forth and figures that are going to be smashed together.
Yeah.
They're going to be posed and displayed. They're going to be posed and displayed, but then it's expected that they're going to be, they should last for decades. You know what I mean?
It was actually even with the new Star Wars figures. If I just grab one here and show you its little baby Yoda, he's very small, so I'll have to come up to the camera. He's a very, you can just see him there. Just see him there.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of these figures, I really think the manufacturers think not going to take them off card, because I had to. His little arms just all fell off when I took him out of the card. They got like a little ball joints on them, and they just virtually, if I put him down hard enough, his arm will fall off. So I think a lot of the manufacturers, they think, oh well, they're only buying it for the nostalgia of being on card, not actually displaying them loose. So if anyone was going to play with that, you lose that straight away in the carpet, but he's nearly like your favourites, Scott Mighty Maxes.
Yeah, well, I'm just seeing Phil's comment about WWF LJNs. Like, LJN had the right idea when making toys that were designed for like hardcore play, just blocks of rubber, no joints, no nothing, just blocks of rubber that you just smash together. But that's why the ones that you see now have such But that's why the ones that you see now have such poor paint applications in most cases.
It's but like Mac with those when they redid the Space 1999 dolls.
Oh yeah.
And they were made in India, and anyway, but they were definitely not designed to be taken off card.
No.
So
no, you can tell if you pull them off card, they're more than likely I feel limbs are going to fall off.
Yes.
It's sad. So they're just staying on card for safety's sake.
Yeah, I keep them sealed. Yeah.
But talking about plastic action figures breaking down over time, I would have thought some 50-year-old card backs, it's paper, it's card stock. I would have thought that would be where you'd see the deterioration first.
Yeah, it's that's well, I think the bubbles on those fell off, didn't they, Matt? The glues that they used, the bubbles just fell off. Yeah. But and usual Mike there just commented, little Grogu's cost $20, and that's another thing is the cost of these action figures now is just ridiculous. Phantom Menace, when they came out, I mean, they had the little com chip with them, and I think they were roughly about $12 or something like that. And
they're like $12-15. I had a couple of them.
And that's because they had the computer chip with it.
Yeah, but, you bought the com reader thing as well?
Yeah, com reader, yeah. I've actually got the store display for that. But anyway, then they got rid of the com chip because that was quite expensive. It dropped down again, the price. They dropped down to like $8 or $9. But now they want $20, for a little figure like that. And or $30 for because it's a stormtrooper or something like that. Totally ridiculous. And then the cards, they're just ultra thin. They just unless you've got them in a star case, they absorb the moisture. But the vintage cards were about 3 mil thick.
Yeah,
you can still get them, today, and they're just they're still the same. It's just incredible. So, yeah, I do worry about the longevity of the toys. I mean, in the future. But getting back to what I was saying, I suppose I said there's all these sort of like subjects that we can encroach again when we do another live stream.
I agree 100%, Andrew. Like, obviously today was a bit of an impromptu kind of chat live for the first time, but I'd be absolutely keen to maybe do something somewhat regularly, and obviously you want to keep it informal and relaxed, and what are we picking up and what are we working on, but to have like maybe one topic of discussion, like an agenda point or something like what you were suggesting, Andrew, I think would be great as well, and probably add value for people watching as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the live streams I get into, it's more like just some mates getting out there and having a chat, like if you're at the pub or catching up. Yeah. So, and I guess that's what we're doing here. So
yeah, that's it.
Taking a leaf out of their book.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh God, look at it. So I think like in coming weeks, Andrew, we're pretty busy. I'm coming down to check. We're going to check out Gary B and get on the live stream this weekend with Gary, and
Yeah.
I think you were thinking of putting a video together over the weekend too, weren't you?
Yeah, I'll try to do a video, or when you come down, we could do a video. Guys you have these crazy ideas like, hey, it's Saturday sort of thing, and one of them was to get a Lego kit and take the instruction book out and see if Matt can actually build it. Without the instruction book or something like that. Do different types of challenges.
Matt, do you have more chance of being able to build a Lego kit without the instructions, or transforming?
A transformer.
Those meteor
yes, those meteor orbs.
I don't know. I'm lost on both counts. Bloody hell. We tried to do it with the Playmobil set, with the Back to the Future Playmobil, and oh dear, that was a joke. We just went, we're guys, we don't need instructions, and ended up being a mess. There was a lot of editing done that day.
That's it.
But yeah, and then I think I don't know if Shabby's still in there having in the chat, but we've been invited onto Shabby's live stream as well it's the 18th in America, 19th at 8 a.m. our time on Sunday the 19th, and I think it's going to be a Aussie bonanza. So I know Usual Mike is going to be in there, and Darth Muzzer and Blue Snaggletooth, Sci-Fi is going to be in there. So I think it's going to be Matt from Universal Collector. Oh, there's Marky still hanging in there. Yeah, so that's going to be a big one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really looking forward to that as well. So
yeah, so cool.
There's a lot going on at the moment.
There is. Well, as you can see, I have heaps of content, so I'm not going anywhere.
Unboxing number 532.
Ryan,
you get it, Ryan. You got a lot of boxes.
Ryan's that pile of boxes behind you is giving me like Principal Skinner in the Simpsons episode where the newspaper stacks fall on him, and I don't know if you guys recall that episode of the Simpsons. But for safety reasons, I think you need to start to work through those unboxings.
Yes, I will take that tip. It's getting out of control. I need to sort it out. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good problem to have.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a fun one.
It's a good one.
It is a fun one.
It's like Christmas all at the same time. Yeah.
That's right.
It gets a bit like that too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You start banking, getting the boxes up. I used to do those unboxings and used to have 6, 7, 8 boxes. And
yeah, because you used to hold on to them for like a month or two, and then you would kind of do.
I can't wait. I've become a bit like Andrew and just go, I'll get a box, got to open it up. And
yeah.
I can never hang on to them. Just as soon as it comes through the door, I go.
Yep.
I don't know how in the bins instead.
Well, that's why I opened this one up tonight, because I literally got it Sunday morning, and I was like, yeah, I'll use that for the live stream. So yeah.
There must be $1,000 worth of stuff in those boxes, were there?
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Especially when the average action figure goes for $80.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it's wild.
It's crazy.
It's incredible.
And I don't know about you guys. I feel like obviously we were talking about pricing earlier, and maybe it's just for the toy lines that I collect, but I feel like Australia is just on another level because I watch a lot of toy hunting videos of Simon was in here before, Simon's brother Scott. I watch him go to toy fairs in the UK, and the prices look incredible in the UK at the moment. I mean. And I know Scott will say, "Oh gosh, these prices on this toy line's going up," and I'm like, "I wish I could get them for that price here."
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So Australia feels like it's playing by its own rules a little bit on pricing of vintage toys, but I don't know. Maybe not. That's just my impression from watching YouTube, watching toy hunts, seeing toy fairs overseas.
Absolutely.
Is it just because we didn't get the volume? Out here, like the US and UK did, maybe, and so I don't know, maybe things.
Yeah, well, I think that has to be part of it, Matt. But it's all supply and demand. Like we don't have the supply here, but surely we don't have the same volume of collectors that are out there chasing it. So
yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
it should be, in proportion.
Yeah, I can understand toy lines that never made it here to Australia, like things that weren't released here being astronomically priced here. But, toy lines like Ninja Turtles, I wouldn't have thought would be any more expensive here than overseas. But anyway, that's my experience of it. It's not stopped me collecting them, though.
No.
Likewise.
Just keep going. We just keep on collecting.
That's right. We keep on.
So, Scott, when you're getting into a bigger place so you can expand your collecting?
Oh, I don't know. I'm envious of the space that you have.
Andrew asked the hard question, Scott.
But obviously, like being in Sydney and being like in the center of Sydney, it's like it's not easy to find a house that's affordable here that's going to give me a garage or a big spare bedroom. Or I just move my bedroom into where the collection is now and move the collection into my bedroom. I don't know. Maybe I get creative. I'll sleep in the car.
Well, you don't need that kitchen there.
You're right.
I think
You're
you
right.
just take the cupboards off and put glass.
Take all the condiments out and
Yeah,
just put
that's
glass
right.
windows in there, and just put
That's
all
right.
your Turtles figures in there. So when you go,
I don't
make
need a
coffee-
fridge. There's space for another display cabinet there.
That's right.
When you're making your coffee, you can just look up and go, "Oh, there's a collection."
That's right. But I got no milk to put in my coffee.
No, where's the fridge? Oh, I sold it.
I see Phil mentioning NZ Trade Me. Are you guys familiar with Trade Me?
No.
It's eBay's equivalent in New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Has it
interesting.
been bought out by eBay yet?
I don't know, but I knew about Trade Me, but I've not actually looked for toys there. So
I know my uncle, my mum's actually from New Zealand, so my uncle in New Zealand uses Trade Me mainly for cars and stuff. Yeah, I haven't sort of checked out for toys, but yeah,
worth a
could
look.
be good. Could be good.
I'm bringing this comment up again. Thoughts on the Kenobi show?
Oh yeah, I've seen the first 2 episodes. So I watched them last Wednesday. Yeah, it was a bit slow at the start, but yeah, I like where they're going with it.
No, I watched the first 2 episodes, and I still haven't been able to get back into the Disney Plus. So when I do, I'll finish it off.
What?
Oh, well, let's give a review now. In the scene 1, take 1. No, I'm enjoying it.
It's
It's
really
good to see them back again. Ewan McGregor and Hayden. Well, I haven't seen much of Hayden Christensen. But, all those people from those prequel movies doing their roles again. Jimmy Smits is looking old. Poor Jimmy. But I've been enjoying it. I know there's been a bit of flack about it, but I think I'm just want to ignore that and just enjoy just the entertainment value.
What it is.
Yeah.
I think because we've been spoiled with like Boba Fett and Mandalorian being sort of in that vintage kind of era, and then going back to episode 1, 2, 3 era, it kind of does feel a bit different. That's kind of my perspective, but what do you reckon?
Well, I think the problem with the modern Star Wars is they put too much politics into it. Around the actors themselves and things like that, and I think that really affects the way when they film them. That they got to do this and that and have the politics in it, and the real life politics sort of thing, and then not just make it how it used to be. It's a science fiction show. Just let it flow. And
when you say the politics, Andrew, do you mean like making sure no one's offended by certain plot points or dialogue, or is that what you mean? Or like
sort of like that you got to have this certain person in it and this certain person in it, and they've got to do this and they've got to do that, instead of just making it. It's so
politically correct.
Yes, and things like that, and I think because a lot of YouTube shows they go on about the politics of it and behind the scenes, and I watch a bit too much of that, and I think I spoil it. Yeah, I sort of spoil it myself.
You're Yeah, and we've had this conversation. You probably should stop watching a lot of those guys and just without hearing any of their opinions, just sit down and watch it, and you probably enjoy it a lot more, Andrew.
Yeah, really, it's well, I said to you, Matt, the other night. I go, no matter what happens, doesn't matter if the show's no good or not. We've got the toys from the show.
Yeah, that's exactly. And a lot of people say that we've got the toys. It's all about the toys. It's
well, that's right. You know, I mean, we collect all these toys, and you go half the time we don't even watch the films. You know, it's you're chasing more the toys than being a fan of the film. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I think we might wind it up now, guys. You reckon we've hit the hour and a half mark? I know we've still got a few guests sitting there watching.
Coming in, yeah.
Yeah, we really appreciate everybody.
So cool.
Yeah, joining us on our first live stream, and hopefully we can make it a regular thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know. We don't have a cool name. Like, you know, USR, like maybe we should think of something. I don't know, but
yeah,
we'll work something out.
Yeah,
we'll get some ideas going. But I just want to obviously thank Matt and Andrew, obviously you guys hosting us on the channel, and Matt obviously for spearheading the technical side and hosting and moderating and keeping an eye on the comments, mate.
There's probably a lot more I can do, but figure it out as we go, right?
We wouldn't have it. I mean, I wouldn't have the the channel would be hopeless without Matt's editing and Matt setting this up to tonight. I mean, I wouldn't have a clue. He figured it all out today, so that was absolutely awesome. So thanks a lot, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, you did good, everybody. Matt.
Well,
and thanks for your guys' time.
Yes, thanks Scott, thanks Ryan. Don't go, like we'll just go and have a bit of a private chat afterwards. But thanks everybody again for joining us, and we'll catch you soon in some live streams and maybe really soon. So take care, everyone, and remember, keep on collecting.
Have a great day.
Have a good day, everyone. Thanks, everyone.